Everyone. Oh, it's somebody's birthday from Germany. Nice. I hope everyone is well tonight. I'm just testing the sound to make sure that it's not too loud. So what we have on in the background is a sleep subliminal. I decided not to use a noisy intro tonight. So before we begin, we're going to do one breathing exercise. So wherever you are, if there's any way you could drop your jaw, first of all. Just allow it literally to drop. And what you're going to notice is that all the muscles in your face will relax automatically. Let's all try it together. If you really drop your jaw, your facial muscles will relax, as well as your neck and your shoulders. All right, so now I'm going to get you to empty your lungs. Literally get all the air out of them. Fill them up. Hi, Richard. Hold for 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, and let it out. So tonight, for our chakra clearing, hi Kim, we are going to use some crystal visualizations. And some of you might actually own some of these crystals. Hi Kim. And if you don't, and if you're wondering where to get them, you can buy them in your local, I call them spiritual stores. Maybe, for example, where you would buy sage or Palo Santo or tarot cards. These kinds of stores will always have crystals. And there's usually somebody working in these stores that can pick out a crystal for each chakra. But tonight, I'm going to recommend a crystal for each chakra. And I'm just going to get you, for the purposes of the nighttime exercise, just to imagine that you have each one of each of these crystals. Now, I'll tell you something interesting that I was reading today, and that is that when well, there was a study done, actually, you can look this up on the internet. I guess one of these doubting Thomases was wondering whether or not crystal healing really works. Well, what's interesting is it does work, but so did the control group, that apparently people that were using a placebo also got high MSEP, also had benefits from going through a crystal healing session, as long as they did the meditation, if they were holding a fake crystal. So what does that mean? Excuse me. It means probably that the important part of the meditation is the visualization. Now, I'm probably going to get criticized by somebody for saying this, but I do believe that the crystals have a physical impact. So for anyone who knows anything about electricity or the atomic makeup of crystals versus other rocks and minerals, there is a very special repetitive pattern regarding the atomic makeup of crystals. I can't really describe it. It's so complicated when I read about it, but it explains why they can conduct electricity when they are placed under certain pressures. It's really incredible. So the way that it goes, oh, do you, Janet? Me too. The way that it goes, apparently, is that, remember we talked one night about the different frequencies that the energy centers that we're going to go through tonight are thought to vibrate at. So the crystals, because they conduct energy that goes through them in a certain way, you can imagine that they can probably sort out, the energies that are coming from and align it just so. Certainly if they can conduct electricity, I'm sure that they can conduct the energy around your chakra areas. Anyway, let's begin. So this is a sleep subliminal as well. The music that you hear in the background may be a bit odd. The reason why it sounds odd is because it is loaded with sleep subliminals and a combination of certain frequencies that should be able to calm you down and calm your mind, no matter what state you're in right now after your day. So you can just begin to just breathe normally. If you need to during the meditation, if you feel your body tensing up, just try the jaw drop and the emptying of your lungs and the deep breath. Just doing that once can really get you relaxed. All right, so I want you to imagine in your right hand having a giant black piece of black obsidian. And I'll tell you what it looks like. It's very dark. They call it a deliciously dark stone. And the way that it's formed, it's called an extrusive rock. And what that means is it's actually formed from magma or substance that comes that erupted out of a volcano. And we can find these in Kenya, Argentina, Mexico, Greece. There's a couple of other places where black obsidian is commonly found, usually volcanic areas. So I want you to, now when you buy a piece of black obsidian, it may be smooth if you get it at a store, or you may be able to get a piece of raw black obsidian. It really doesn't matter. I just want you to imagine that you have a a large chunk of it in your right hand. And now, as you're lying down, I want you to hold that crystal over it's going to be so your very, very low area. It's really your genital area, okay? Because your root chakra is around your tailbone, okay? So just hold the piece of black obsidian literally between your legs, okay? Maybe a little bit up from there. So now we're going to do a visualization to clear, cleanse, clean, and tune in your root chakra. So while I'm describing why this energy center is so important, I want you to begin, as soon as you hold that black obsidian near your body, I want you to imagine that a part of an energy center inside your body near your tailbone just lights up all of a sudden, and it lights up a beautiful glowing ruby red color. It's like a light has been turned on, and then it begins to glow a beautiful ruby red glow, and it begins to swirl gradually in a counterclockwise direction. And the closer you hold that piece of black obsidian to your body, the more vibrant a ruby red color you're able to get, okay? So this energy center is associated with you feeling like you are secure. And this is basic security. Roof over your head, food, some money in your pocket. It's all about survival and security. And now that you are tuning in your root chakra, now that your root chakra is glowing out a beautiful, deep, ruby red glow, and now that it's getting larger and larger, and it is beautifully swirling in a counterclockwise direction, it is pulling security toward you, pulling money toward you. The universe is now locked in to bringing you these things, locked in to bringing you security, a roof over your head, respect from other people. You feel very, very secure. I want you to imagine that you are standing in the grass. It's summertime, and your feet are bare, and there are trees around you, so you know that underneath the ground there are roots coming from these trees. Well, just imagine for a moment some beautiful roots growing out of the bottoms of your feet and penetrating the earth deep, deep, deep down, and maybe locking roots with the neighboring roots of the neighboring trees. Now imagine if somebody picked up the world and tried to shake it. You would be firm and solid, standing there, connected to the earth, connected to the ground. Nobody can knock you down. And people respect you when they see you walking in the grocery store or walking down the street or walking through the office building or wherever you are. You hold your head up high and people are respecting you. I'm going to read a few affirmations before we go on to the sacral chakra. You have everything you need. You are grounded and stable. You are deeply rooted. You are standing on your own 2 feet. You are feeling connected to your body. The earth supports you. People respect you and support you. You are making healthy choices. You will have money in the bank to pay your rent or your mortgage, to purchase food, gas, whatever it is that you need. Money is coming your way. It's being pulled into your direction as if it were going toward a magnet. And you are getting very, very sleepy. In fact, your whole body is starting to feel very weighted down into your bed. And you're feeling calm and relaxed. And you are completely, utterly in this present moment. Just for this meditation, how about if we look behind us and shut an iron door on the past? Shut that door. If we look in front of us and shut an iron door on the future, shut that door. So nobody's allowed in this space. We are completely in the present moment. Immerse yourself in this moment with me and with everyone who's on the live chat right now. Thank you for being here. Now, this is a very, very crucial, important place to be. The work that you're going to do tonight will bring in incredibly miraculous things for you tomorrow even. For every single one of you, there's going to be a little miracle happening tomorrow. Something you didn't expect. Some really cool thing is going to happen. In fact, before we go on, how about if you take 5 seconds out to think of something that you think is a long shot. You think, oh, I'll never be able to do that. Think of that one thing that you'd really like to manifest that you think right now is a long shot. Go ahead, take a few moments to think about that. Now, I want you to think about somebody telling you that it has happened, or think about if it's something you want to manifest, that thing has come to your way, that it's in your driveway or in your house or whatever it is that you were wishing for. And what you want to do is pretend that it's already here, that it's already happened, that you've already manifested this. And for the next 5 seconds, I want you to see if you can capture just a tiny inkling or more of the feeling that you would have if it did manifest. Let's take 5 seconds out to see if we can do that. Good job. Don't worry, if you didn't get the feeling, it doesn't matter. The point is, your thoughts were geared in that direction. It'll have the same effect, and you're doing a really good job. And you're also getting very, very sleepy. In fact, you're thinking, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stay awake for this entire session. That's how tired I am. So now I want you to start picturing the color orange. Think of an orange. How about it? Think of being in the produce section of a grocery store. And you're looking around for a really good, large, vibrant colored orange. And you find one. It's got thick skin and kind of a nice looking peel, and it's perfect. This orange is fantastic. Think about how amazing it would be if you took that orange, after you bought it, of course, and you started working your fingernails into the peel. And it's the kind of peel that's easy to get off. And so you make your way, you've got a little piece of it worked off, and then you begin to work off the rest of the orange peel. So you're peeling the orange and you're sliding your thumb underneath the peel, and you manage to get the entire peel off, and then you pull out that little white thing on the top and on the bottom. By the way, you might want to eat that because it's really good if you have varicose veins. And then you take the orange and you separate the pieces. And little bits of orange juice start squirting out. And you can smell the citrusy smell of the orange. My mouth is starting to water here. Okay, let's go back to the color. So I want you to put your two hands on your two hips, or touch your hip area with both hands. And if you start then at that level of your body, moving your hands toward each other at the same speed, you'll hit a spot in the middle where I believe your sacral chakra energy center is. So I want you to picture an orange down there, an orange ball of light. And lo and behold, on your bedside table there, you have a giant piece of orange calcite. So this is to describe the color, it is orange, but it's sort of an amber, honey yellow orange color, this crystal. And you can almost see through it. It's not as see-through as citrine is or other types of crystals, but it's sort of see-through. It's considered to be a crystal that helps you feel energized and cleansed. So as you can imagine, it's the crystal of choice to clear your sacral chakra. And that's because this chakra, this energy center, is associated with a feeling of passion. And not just, for sex, the root chakra is for men. But this, regarding sexual energy, this is an important energy center for women. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds to think about whether you're male or female, because I know we have some guys here tonight, to think about a passionate encounter with your person, I'll just say, because your person may not be your significant other, God forgive me. But anyway, so that's what you're going to think about. I'll give you 10 seconds to do that. And you want to picture this energy center having that beautiful orangey, amber, honey yellow orange turn into a ball of light that gets bigger and bigger, and it glows out a beautiful, deep orange amber color, and it slowly starts to turn in the same direction as your root chakra. And now I want your mind to go to your special person, and you have my permission to think of something very naughty and passionate. And I'm going to give you 10 seconds to do that. Excellent job. I'm going to read you a few affirmations for this energy center. You love your life. You are a creature of joy and light. You trust your feelings and you give them room for expression. You receive pleasure and abundance with every breath you take. You are grateful for the joy of just being you. You embrace your sensuality and sexuality. Pleasure is a sacred part of your life. You are joyful, spontaneous, and creative. Excellent job. You are getting very, very sleepy. Your entire body, from head to toe, is starting to feel very heavy. And as the earth is slowly turning on its axis and slowly making our way around the sun, and the sun is making its way around the Milky Way as we're all rotating around something else. Gravity is pulling your body into your mattress, into your bed, keeping you safe and secure. Gravity is making you feel very tired and very, very sleepy. And before we go on to the solar plexus, we're going to empty our lungs again. Fill your lungs up. Hold for 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, and exhale. And now you can go back to normal breathing. So now, just as if you were living in a very beautiful climate, just as early in the morning in a beautiful climate, on a beautiful clear day, you would be able to see a sunrise. You'd be able to see a sun slowly rising up over the horizon, and you'd be able to notice its beautiful yellowy color, warm yellowy color. Good morning, India. Just as you would be able to see that, watch a sunrise in your solar plexus area, and that is right at the top of your stomach, between your two rib cages. If you feel that it's somewhere else on your body, that's totally fine. Hi, James. But you're going to watch this beautiful ball of yellowy orange light get bigger and bigger, and it's so bright that you're looking around your bedroom and noticing that the room is beginning to light up. So you put a little blanket over it. And then you reach over to your bedside, and there is a beautiful, almost see-through piece of citrine. So you pick it up and you hold the citrine over your solar plexus area. citrine forms naturally in Brazil. And in fact, there's a certain kind of crystal that has both citrine and amethyst in it. And so they call it ametrine. It's a really beautiful crystal. So what's happening now, I'm looking at your body right now, and you've done such a good job, because here's what I see. I see that in your solar plexus area, there's a sun shining out, and it's turning in a counterclockwise direction. It's a golden yellow. I see in your sacral chakra area, there's a beautiful amber, honey yellow, orange, beautiful energy center, also turning in a counterclockwise direction. And just below that, I see a beautiful ruby red, orange ball of light that is also spinning in a counterclockwise direction. And these are beautiful colors. And I see that you're lying back with your eyes closed, the calm look on your face, knowing that you are manifesting things that you would like to have come toward you while you're doing this meditation, and you don't even know it. So I'll read just a few affirmations for your solar plexus area. You express yourself in a powerful way. You are authentic. You allow yourself to be your true, authentic self. You have your own style and your own inner light. It's all your own, completely authentic. And you will allow your light to shine. You will not place any importance on having anybody else's good opinion. You don't need anybody else's approval. Nobody. Spirit would prefer that you be yourself, because you're perfect that way. That's Spirit's version of perfection. What a great job you guys are doing. So now we're moving up to the heart chakra. When you think of the Four of Pentacles tarot card, if you are familiar with my channel, you might hear me calling him Grumpy Stump. It's Sun in Capricorn, and it's a man who sits on a cold, hard concrete bench, and there is a very elaborate city behind him. He's alone. He's rich. He built the city behind him. But he's standing on 2 coins. He's got a giant coin that he holds close to his chest like a shield. He holds that tightly, and he holds it like a ship's wheel, with his arms wrapped around the coin. And he's got a coin balanced on his head. He has a completely, utterly blocked heart chakra. So he doesn't express his feelings. He doesn't even know how he feels. Sometimes he has these little darts of it, and it puts him in a panic. He's not appreciative. He's not giving. And he's not very happy. He has a blocked heart chakra. So just imagine if you were to walk over to that grumpy stump man on the cold concrete bench, and you begin to have a chat with him about something that he likes to talk about. And he begins to get distracted, and he takes the coin off his head and puts the coin that he was holding like a ship's wheel down on the bench to shake your hand. So you've just cleared his heart chakra by having a little chat with him. So now that he's sucked some life out of you, let's put it back in you. Because I'm sure you came into contact with some people like that today without even knowing it. So let's refuel your heart chakra so you can do it again tomorrow. All right. So there are a lot of crystals that are an emerald green color that people recommend you use to clear this one. But my favorite one is, believe it or not, a piece of rose quartz. I don't know why it would be pink, but it is. It's a very, very, very light pink color. You cannot see through it, but it's such a pretty light pink color. So it forms in Brazil, Sweden, and California, and other places too. So I want you now to turn your attention to your chest area. All of your chest, not just the area around your heart, but your entire chest. And start noticing that there is a gorgeous emerald green shimmer coming from your entire chest area. It looks like a giant emerald. And now you notice that it's turning. In fact, it is, yes, it's spinning in a counterclockwise direction. And as it spins, it glows out an absolutely stunningly beautiful emerald green color. And I want you to think about how you made that miserable man on the cold, hard concrete bench smile. And you made him put down his shield pentacle. And he actually looked happy for a minute while you were chatting with him and shaking his hand. That's your heart chakra working. You are compassionate. People trust you because you trust others. You extend people the benefit of the doubt first. To be fair, it does not break your trust that you find someone to be untrustworthy. You simply feel bad for them, and you remember that that person is suffering from that condition. But it doesn't break your faith, and you are still able to trust others once they've earned your trust. You are empathetic towards other people and animals and the environment as much as is possible. And you have the ability to forgive terrible things. You have the ability to completely forgive, and you believe that people can change. And most importantly, you have compassion and care for yourself. You value yourself. You are very valuable and worthy of a high degree of compassion and care. You act with courage and strength. You forgive yourself for everything. Right now, we're going to take care of something for every single thing that you've ever done that is bothering you, for everything. Yes, I mean that too, everything. You are letting it go right now and forgiving yourself, wiping the slate clean. You are at peace. You are calm and centered. You are open to love, open to forgiveness. You forgive yourself for everything, and you forgive everyone else for everything as well. Excellent job. You're doing a fantastic job. And you're getting very, very sleepy. Your head is becoming heavy. Your jaw is dropping. Let's drop your jaw again. Drop it. And all your facial muscles are relaxed. And your neck relaxes and your shoulders with the dropping of your jaw. From head to toe, your whole body relaxes. And this is the last time I'm going to ask you to do a breathing exercise. I won't bug you about it again. Breathe out, please. Fill your lungs up. And hold for 5,000, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 1,000, and exhale. Excellent job. So now we're going to move up to the throat chakra. You know what's really interesting is if you listen to tarot readers often, you might recall listening to a reading here and there that resonated with you, and you might recall listening to the reader all of a sudden getting, coughing or having difficulty getting her words out or his words out. And so the reader might say, your person may have a problem with their throat chakra. And you might remember thinking, oh, wow, that it's true, they do. Well, some people, and I think all of us at times, there are things that we find hard to express. So that's what this chakra is all about. So let's fix that right now. Because people think sometimes, well, everything I say, I've got to make sure that I'm nice and ooey gooey, and because I'm spiritual, aren't I? I have some people emailing me sometimes if they're upset about something that I might have said. And they say, I thought you were a spiritual person. But sometimes it is necessary to raise your sword and to speak your truth. And sometimes the truth is hard to hear for people. But, I'm sure that you get what I mean. If you think of people like Martin Luther King, there were things that he had to say that people didn't want to hear. But thank God he said them, So having your throat chakra open is extremely important. Because there are times that people must speak out. So there's a beautiful crystal called lapis lazuli, and I'm going to describe it to you. It actually, the most intense lapis lazuli has little gold flecks that go through it, and it's formed in Afghanistan. And it's so sad what people do to each other, what we've done to other people, So we're going to really have a nice clear throat chakra so that we can always speak our truth. And speak up if we feel that anything is wrong. Good for you, Janet. I know what's interesting is when I prepared for this tonight, I went through my collection and I've given away so many crystals. So I put it on my little to-do list to buy some extra crystals. But it's always a good idea if you know someone, for example, that is not feeling stable and you have a piece of black obsidian, give it away and just replace it later, because that's what it's for. I think it's usually $2 or $3 to buy a piece of crystal at your spiritual store. Now, some people are buying the crystal sets, which are great too, but those are going to be more expensive. It's cheaper just to pick one out for each chakra. And if you're not sure which, you could use the little thing, the guide that I'm giving you tonight. I think you'll love these crystals. So I would choose lapis lazuli for your throat chakra. It is such an intense blue. Do you do too, Janet? Give them away. Yeah. It's the best gift you could ever give somebody. That and runes. I just thought of a great idea. I think tomorrow night we might use runes to clear your chakras, so I can tell you about what each rune is about. Anyway, if I were to clear your throat chakra with a rune tonight, I would choose a rune called Tur, which looks like an arrow. So you can imagine why. To clearly express something, it's also a rune of victory. So around your throat, I want you to, that's a great idea. I think we'll do that. I want you to imagine yourself reaching over to your bedside table, and I happen to be there handing you a piece of lapis lazuli, and we're looking at it, and it's an absolutely stunningly vibrant blue. It's like sea blue. Okay, when you're at the beach, and when the sun the light is shining directly down at the ocean, it's a very, very deep navy blue. This is the only way I can describe it. And lapis lazuli has a few little flecks of gold coming through it. I don't know why. I'll look that up for tomorrow night. So you're holding this up to your throat. And I want you to picture, as soon as you hold that crystal up to your throat, a beautiful baby blue glow of light starts forming around your throat area. And it also begins to turn in a counterclockwise direction. And I want you to picture yourself in a room full of people, and perhaps picture yourself in a jury room. And there is an unpopular person that is on trial, but you feel in your heart of hearts that they are innocent. Perhaps you know it somehow, but your problem is that there are 11 other people in that room that, let's say they have higher education, or one of them's a retired university professor, or perhaps you feel that all these people are better educated than you. Perhaps you got a feeling that so far they don't respect you or they look down on you. Perhaps you're a single mother and you haven't had time to get an education, but you know that that person is innocent. Now I want to add some pressure. You're in the middle of COVID, and the court clerk and the judge is rushing the jury to hurry up and make a decision. And you're feeling that these people are really looking down on you and pressuring you. And everyone is annoyed with you because you haven't made up your mind. And something inside you, just a neutral voice, just says, speak your truth. Hold your ground. And you speak up and you say, I'm sorry, but my job here is to apply fairness and the law as I see it. And I feel from what I've seen, and I've listened to the evidence carefully, that this person is innocent. So I'm sorry, that is my vote. And let's say you have to go back in, and the judge, as they sometimes do, tells the jury they have to go back. There's a lot of pressure. And you might not even know that it's perfectly acceptable to have a hung jury, because juries are never told that till the very end, till after they said they can't come to a conclusion. And you hold your ground. And you have these people looking down on you, and at some point you have to weigh, the cost of this. Is this really worth it? I don't know this person who's on trial. That means nothing to me. I don't get anything out of this either way. Why don't I just go along with everybody else? But no, something inside you just says, speak your truth and hold on to your truth. And that is a nice, beautiful, clear throat chakra and a clear heart chakra. And actually, all your chakras would have to be pretty freaking clear to be able to do that. And if you've been in that situation and you didn't do that, remember, you must forgive yourself. Because you just didn't have your chakras cleared back then, but now you do. You are getting very, very sleepy. This is so wonderful that you get to sleep now and rest. You get to rest your mind, rest your body. This is your time. It's your time. Now we're going to move up to your third eye chakra. I call it the intuition chakra sometimes. We're going to use the same crystal, lapis lazuli, because this is a really good one for the third eye as well. So what you do is you take that crystal that you were holding to your throat, and you're going to put it up on your forehead. And if you like, you can sort of leave it there because you're lying down anyway. And put your hands back down by your side. Now, what immediately happens is a little energy center inside your head. It's like a little miniature planet Earth, and it spins on its axis. It starts to spin. It's a navy blue Earth, and it spins, and little sparks start to fly off it, little cute little miniature sparks. And suddenly you have a flash, a little excited feeling of something. It's a really good excited feeling. You don't know what it is. You might have had that feeling before. That's your intuition telling you that something really good is going to happen. And you know what? Something really good is going to happen tomorrow. I guarantee it. Excellent job. You've done such a good job. We're on our last chakra now. So now I want you to bring your attention up your body just above your head and a little bit behind. And you begin to see a beautiful mauve glow. And you look over to the bedside table, and sure enough, there's another crystal there. This time it's a beautiful, clear crystal with no color at all. It's a piece of clear quartz for your crown chakra. So because you're so tired, I take the piece of quartz and I hold it just behind your head while we clear your crown chakra. So what I want you to imagine here is that beautiful mauve color. It's a light purple color, swirling above your head, turning in a counterclockwise direction. It can be like a little swirl if you like, instead of a fan. And now we're going to do something really fun. I'm going to give you 10 seconds to make a little wish or to imagine something that you would like to manifest. It can be anything. It can be a job offer or something physical, a house, a car, something for somebody else to heal and get better, for someone's operation to go well. It can be anything. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds. And during the 10 seconds, what I want you to do is the same thing you did a while back. What I want you to do is try to get the feeling that you would have if that thing actually came into existence, which it will. That even if you can just get a mustard seed of that feeling. And how do you do it? Well, you imagine if somebody phoned you up tomorrow and told you, hey, guess what's outside your door? Or guess what just happened? So I want you to just take 10 seconds out now to imagine that. Go ahead. I'll count for you. Excellent job. Now I'm looking at your body, and here's what I see. I see a gorgeous mauve swirl above your head, and I see something else. I see a little archangel, and it's just floating above your head. And that little angel, he's writing in a little book, and he's looking at me right now, giving me a little wink, and he's written down your wish. And now he's gone. He's off to figure out how this is going to come into being. And he looked pretty excited as he flew off. You're getting very, very, very sleepy. Your body is feeling relaxed from head to toe and toe to head. Your chakras are beautiful. They're sparkling. I'm seeing a mauve sparkle above your head. I'm seeing this little miniature planet Earth spinning, and sparks are flying off that behind your eyes. I'm seeing a beautiful baby blue glow around your throat. I'm seeing a dark green emerald shimmer around your chest area. I have to put on sunglasses because your miniature sun below that is so bright I can barely look at it. I'm seeing a beautiful amber fiery color coming out of your sacral chakra. And below that, a beautiful, deep, bright ruby red around your root chakra. And I'm seeing a smile on your face. And I just got a little glimpse of tomorrow. And I'm seeing you jumping up and down going, woohoo, about something. You'll have to let me know later what it is. I'm really, really glad you were able to come tonight. I really appreciate you being here. I was so happy. I kept looking over to see if anyone was still here, and the number kept going up. And that made me really, really happy. So thank you. And just imagine how wonderful sleep is. It's like going to a different place. It's a real altered state of consciousness. And a legal one. It is legal, I meant. All right. And healthy to boot. So as you drift off to sleep, you'll be slipping into stage 1 soon. And don't worry if you don't fall asleep immediately. You can always bounce around on other channels on YouTube and listen to one of your favorite channels. The effects of this meditation will still be there. And you will still fall asleep at some point, probably about 15 to 20 minutes after you finish this meditation. And then you're going to go into stage 2. You'll spend some time there. And you'll slip into stage 3. You'll spend a little less time there. And then you're going to fall plunk right into your deep stage 4 sleep. And then that cycle will repeat itself 3 times, maybe twice, depending on how early you have to get up. You're going to have really interesting dreams. I hope you have a wonderful sleep. Thank you so much for joining tonight. You're getting very. And I'm going to bid you all good night. Good night.